What is good, guys? Back here with another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my thoughts and opinions on someone or something going on in this wacky weird world people decided to call pro wrestling. As you can tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my thoughts on if Roxanne Perez will be successful on the WWE main roster. Before I share my thoughts and opinions, would love to know what your thoughts are on one, Roxanne Perez in general, as well as her chances of her being successful, whatever that might look like to you, on the main roster of Raw and or SmackDown and whatnot. And I believe I did a video previously talking about Roxanne and kind of my thoughts about her and whatnot, so you can go check that out if you have not done so already and whatnot. And for myself personally, I don't know for sure if she'll be successful on the main roster. I think she will be eventually successful, but I don't know for sure if hypothetically she's called up tomorrow, if she'll have that instant success that people might think she'll get, kind of deal. She is young. She's 22 in November. She's only 21. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I mean this in a good way. She's super young, and whatnot. She's at this, I don't know for sure if weird place is the right word, but her being in NXT for, like, let's say 3 more years, kind of deal, like 2025, 2026, will help, but I don't know for sure if she'll, I mean this in a good way, make it that far in NXT, kind of deal. Like, I think by, like, this time next year, there would be nothing else for her to do, and by then she'll be 22 years old, and let's say if gets called up summer 2024 and whatnot, like, she might not be used properly or right for a couple of years, and by that time, like, let's say debut at 22, by like 25, 26, fans watching at home might, I don't want to say give up on her, but would be like, well, she hasn't done really much over the last couple of years on the main roster, why should we care now, kind of deal. And I want to make it clear, I don't wish decent to good people to lose their jobs, kind of deal. By limited amount that I've heard, she's at least a decent human being, kind of deal. I don't want to see her lose her job by any means. I want to make that clear, but hypothetically, if she was to get let go, whether it's her being released, she requested, it was granted, whatever, and she did the indie scene for like 2-3 years, like, her do NXT, her maybe get called up to the main roster, kind of deal, and then after that be let go and then re-sign in her like late 20s, that would help, kind of deal, and whatnot. I do not blame her in the slightest for signing with WWE. Might have been a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity, kind of deal, for some people at least. I don't know for sure about her because of who she trained with, or who her trainer was, or at least one of them probably would have given her a couple of chances and whatnot, like late teens, early 20s, and then mid to late 20s. But again, you never know, and whatnot. But yeah, for myself personally, I think eventually she will be successful on the main roster, kind of deal, and whatnot. I'm not saying she's the face of the next generation of wrestling, kind of deal, but in like 7-8 years, I can definitely see her and Cora Jade arguably being like the top 2 females within Canadian and North American wrestling, kind of deal. Like, nowadays, like previously you had Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. Nowadays you have Bianca and Rhea Ripley, kind of deal, and that's going hopefully next couple of years. And then after that would, I assume, be Roxanne, because she's good, given the age of her. She's 21, she's good in the ring, she's decent on the mic, kind of deal. If anything, that's probably the, I don't want to say biggest weakness, but her wrestling, again, is good, kind of like above average, especially given her age and experience and whatnot. her on the mic and her character work isn't necessarily up to that level, but again, she's 21 and whatnot. But I think she'll eventually be successful on the main roster, probably a couple of times over, women's champ kind of deal and whatnot. But yeah, that's it for this one. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on Roxanne Perez down in the comments below, and if you think she'll eventually be successful on the main roster, again, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, let me know that as well as which brand you would want to see her on primarily. Down in the comments. And yeah, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. I do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's